Well, that was fun. I just got back from a probably 8-mile ride at Walnut Creek. When I started into this, I bought a Huffy. I bought it brand new at Walmart. It was a pretty nice one, dual suspension, all that stuff. Flat out dirt bike. It was an 18 speed. It was pretty fun. I really just bought it to, see if I liked riding. I kind of wanted to test it out and, see if I was any good at it and if I really enjoyed it, whatever. So there wasn't much of a sense in putting more than $100 into a bike, And as it turns out, I put, close to 200 miles on that bike. I took it to Walnut Creek and everything else. Rode all over town with it from here to my old shop and everything else. That was 7 miles one way. I rode it all the time, really. In fact, so much so that I wore it out. So I decided at that point to buy another bike, and I bought a fairly nice Mongoose. It was actually around the $250 to $300 range bike, but I bought it used. Ended up getting a really good deal on it. I had another bike for my girlfriend that our old roommate left here, so I fixed it up and she was riding that. Then when I got the Mongoose, I gave her the red bike, the Huffy, and she was riding that for a while. But then I decided last weekend to sell all 3 of those bikes. So I ended up getting a new bike, and it's this. It's a GT Aggressor 2.0. It's also used. It's not a new bike, but this bike is really badass. It's the first, real true entry-level trail bike that I've purchased, that I've ever owned. And it's aluminum. The wheels are really light. The frame is really light. This is pretty much a 2-finger bike. You can pick it up with 2 fingers just about. Of course, again, it's not a $7,000 Trek or something like that. But it's still a lot better than a Mongoose. So I took this to the trails today, and I was able to get up hills that there's no way I could have got up with the Mongoose or the Huffy. It went up some serious inclines in first gear. It's a 24 speed. And when I bought it, it actually came with these tires on it. So these are street tires, and I actually really liked it with the street tires on it. But I decided to see, how it handled on the trails, so I decided to put these wheels on it, or tires on it. At the same time I bought this bike, I also bought this bike for my girlfriend, since I sold her bike and all my other bikes. This one, it was a pretty good deal. I got it for super cheap. It needed some work. It still needs a chain. And one of the tires was flat. That's what prompted me to put these tires on it. The tube was bad and everything else, and the tires were just absolute crap. They were coming apart at the seams. Well, actually, this one doesn't look nearly as bad as the other one. Well, okay, it's because there's not any air in them, but there you go. As you can see, these are absolutely shot, and these are what came on this bike that I bought for her. So I swapped those tires out with the tires that came on the Aggressor, with the same tubes and all that stuff, and got everything set up, and set up the brakes. And she really likes this bike, so I'm going to keep this one for her for a while. But my bike here, this GT, I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep this one for a while. This is a really badass bike. I like it a lot. Like I said, it's super light. It's pretty fast. There is a big difference, though. This is definitely an off-road bike. It's not really meant for the street, so the gearing is, is geared accordingly, basically. It's meant for going up some serious inclines, and it does it very well. Whereas this one here, I don't think it's really made for off-road. I mean, it's got, a really tall gear here. You can see, I could probably get up some inclines too, and I didn't take it to the trails, because it really needs some more work before I can do that. But the other thing is, in 24th gear, this thing, one revolution of the pedals is 4 1/4 revolutions on the rear wheel, whereas this one revolution of the pedals is almost 3 turns on the rear wheel. So if that gives you an idea of the difference in the gear ratio in 24th gear. So this one probably isn't all that great for commuting, and I do like to commute quite a bit. But whatever. It's a really cool bike. I definitely enjoy it. So if you come across one of these and you're looking for a bike, you can probably pick one of these up, on Craigslist for about $150, something like that, and maybe a little bit more. I saw another one just like it that was going for almost double that, around $300, and I think they were just shy of 400 new. And this one here is only about 2 years old. I verified that. It's not old at all. The guy that I got it from, has all kinds of bikes, and basically he just, buys them and sells them for a couple bucks here and there, just, as a hobby more than anything. It wasn't stolen or anything like that. He just, that's just what he does for a hobby, is buys and sells them. So he wasn't really trying to make a huge profit on it. But anyway, that's my review of this bike. Once I get a GoPro, maybe I can, show you some of the trail riding I do with this thing. But yeah, like I said, I'm probably going to keep this one for a while, and I may actually get another set of tires like these to put on it for when I decide to street ride, and possibly a different rear wheel with a different gear ratio for street riding. Or maybe I'll change out the front gears or whatever, I don't know. But the cranks, I like the cranks. The only complaint, actually there's 2 complaints I have. The only complaint I have is that since it is a hardtail, whenever I hit bumps from going down something kind of shaky, it tends to buck my feet off of the pedals. So I don't know, I've never ridden with locks, so I'm kind of reluctant to get locks, and I don't really want to buy the locks and have to buy the shoes and all that. So I might just get the, I don't know what they call those things, like the stirrup types that have the cup over the front of your foot. I might get some of those instead, and kind of see how that works. But and the other complaint that I have is that it is so light that even though I put however many miles it was on there today, I barely broke a sweat. I'm pretty sure I could do 20 miles on this thing, no problem with minimal effort. So, and that's going to aggravate her, because she doesn't like riding more than 4 miles before she gets tired. So, well, yeah. Aside from that, sorry this is so shaky. I do have a better camera, but she's recording a video on her channel right now. I would give a shout out, but I'm not sure which channel she's recording it for right now. But so anyway, I'm recording from my cell phone because of that. And I'm holding it in my hand, and it's getting tired from holding it in my hand, and I'm not even sure if it's in focus right now because I'm looking at the back of my phone. But anyway, that's that. And again, the bike is a GT Aggressor 2.0, 24 speed, all aluminum. Oh, and the other thing too, I think I want to start upgrading this bike too, as money permits. This is a bike that I think I'm going to keep for a while. I wouldn't mind getting, carbon fiber handlebars, carbon fiber seat posts, stuff like that. Just, things to make it a little bit lighter, and possibly more durable. I don't know. It may not really matter to cut out a few ounces of weight, but, whatever. We'll see. I definitely enjoy it. So, yep, that's my video for today. I think I'm going to post this one to Random Curiosities. So, definitely like the video, share the video, whatever you want to do, and help my channel grow. I'd definitely appreciate that. So, until next time, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.